Well, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Cars, Bikes and Boats. And of course we're on the BANDIT project at the minute. So guys, basically before we sort of get underway in this video, I was hoping just to do sort of stage by stage as getting this frame all ready for paint, you know. So I've actually wet and dried it. It's all prepared already. What I need to do is start to mask it all up now and prime it. So that's what I'm going to try and get through today, hopefully. But, you know, I've got a few days before this video really has to go online, you know, so I should get quite a lot done, you guys. And goodness me, we're getting there. And the thing I managed to do from the last episode, of course, because on lockdown, was order paint. And pretty much, you guys, I think I've got enough paint to actually finish the bike, which is absolutely tremendous. So if you're watching this for the first time, you guys, this is the 1200 Bandit that we use for vlogging. It's sort of like the primary bike. The other bike is a 900 Fireblade. And, you know, we thought we'd do a winter project. It's kind of been knocked around a little bit now because of the old lockdown and stuff like that, but we're kind of really cracking on with it now. And the idea, you guys, is that it was already like a grey-blue, but we're changing the paintwork quite dramatically, really. So, guys, just popping that up top there will kind of show you what we're driving at. And guys, this is going to look really good. It's going to look really, really good. And if you want to look back, I think there's about 7 episodes before this that you're more than welcome to watch. Just at the different stages of the bike. But this is us really breaking the back of it now. That seems to be a really good angle there, I think, you guys, eh? That's got the whole bike in. And you'll see the floor's wet. I've had a good wash out, you know, and washed the engine and, you know, washed it all down, got a little grease off, you know, before we really start. So I think we're really just ready to go ahead and go for the primer, you guys. You know, but I'll have to mask up a few bits first, and hopefully I'll really enjoy the result. Yes, let's go for it, you guys. Let's make a little start. And what I'm going to try and do is do this first, you know, up top, you know, you can down bottom, across the other side, you know, that's the thing. So here we go. Yeah, so this will get us started at least, guys. Around here. Right, so guys, this paint dries really, really quickly. So we've got, you know, just a little break in between times. And of course we're doing this keeping the engine in, which makes this a lot harder, but worth it, you guys. Definitely worth it. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, we're just shifting the blanket around, doing little bits at a time, get all the way around. There'll be bits of overspray here and there, but nothing too drastic. But guys, basically, see, once we get this frame area done, I can literally get it, you know, all the bits back on, you know, just leaving us a few things to do. So this could really break the back of the job. Right, so there we go, you guys. That's got a coat of primer, and you know something, I thought I had more primer, we've just about run out, but hey, that's perfect, you know, that's the frame getting done. So, like I said in the previous video, guys, this back bit's going to go white, and then we're going to go green, so we can get everything back on again, and then we can turn the bike around. So the front might not look quite right just yet, but it will. You know, when we turn it around and paint it, it'll look really good. And there's a wee bit of overspray on the engine, but the engine's getting painted anyway. So guys, you know, when you do it this way, it is a lot more difficult, you know, but you know, it does cut down a lot in time. And basically at the minute, guys, you wouldn't be fit enough to pull an engine out, you know. I don't have the equipment for it either. But hey ho, it'll just take a bit more TLC. Right guys, so the back of the frame, this white bit, you'll see the weld up there, just this back bit white. So it's just had a very, you know, the primer's done a very, very quick wet and dry, really light, just to get it ready. And boom, let's get the white on. It's really warm and airy today, you guys, you know, so it's absolutely brilliant for this. And guys, you know, always keep even though it is, always keep the spray can in the house to keep it at room temperature, you know. So let's see how we get on. So again, guys, just putting on a bit of a top coat, I think they're called, some people call it. I actually find these bits a little bit more difficult than the rest, but oh, it should look good though. Yeah, so hopefully you can see it coming together a little bit now, you guys, and you know, someone running out of white paint already. Man alive. But I think we've just got enough just to do that back end section there, and that would be absolutely awesome. That's us building up the coats now, you guys. Look at that, eh? Getting there. Maybe just one more, I think. See how we get on, but as you can see, guys, it's coming together. I'd really like to get on the panels to see what it looks like, because see if we can do this point to point there. That point down there, you guys, and that little rail over there are going to be the only exposed parts past the plastics. So I'm really hoping with a white stripe on the plastics that that'll just look tremendous. Barely made it, you guys, barely. Oh my. Tell you something, that was close, very very close indeed. And basically what I did either side, you guys, was, you know, this part I was telling you about, this bit's going to be exposed, and so's this sort of bottom rail right here. So what I've done is, you know, I really made sure I built all that up either side really well. And I'll tell you something, guys, we've got an excellent coat over it. I wouldn't mind just maybe one more, you know, just for some of the bits and pieces, but you know, some of you guys have just managed it, and I mean just. So what we're going to have to do is leave this for a while. We're going to leave it to really harden. Got the halogen lamps on, it'll give it a nice bake. And boy oh boy. So there's the newest member of the family now, you guys. That's the swing arm done. Let's see if we can get this round. I wonder if it would. Is that a bit better? But as you can see, you might look at it and go, it looks exactly the same. But it's actually painted Mercedes silver. Mercedes silver. And I thought, wow, that'd been right nice to try out, you know. And I'll tell you something, it looks really good, you guys. But it's going to be difficult for you to see until we get that on. You see the yellow and black back wheel and the British racing green and everything. You know, we need to get it all together. But I'm going to have to leave that to dry for a while. That's got lacquer on it. So that's an overnight job. And same too with the hub, you guys, you know, for the other side where the sprocket is. And all we're doing, I'm not worried about this top part. That's where the sprocket goes on. But this part here, it is now Mercedes silver, exactly the same as that. So that should look really good, you know, because obviously it connects on the swing arm. And you guys, to the left there, the fitting for the caliper to go back on the bike, which is now silver as well. So basically, guys, that is just one coat of lacquer. It'll probably need two. We'll probably come back at night time and paint them again with a lacquer and leave them to sort of really bake and dry overnight. You know, because that's going to get a lot of traffic, you know, with salt off the roads and stuff like that. So I've got heavy duty lacquer on that one. And, you know, it'll look absolutely brilliant when it's done. Yeah, it's just starting to get a wee bit of a mess now, you guys, I must say, but that's the new coat of black and the new coat of yellow onto the back wheel, so look at that. That's going to be ready for lacquering tonight. And of course there's the swing arm there, I've got the white done there, and at the moment, you can see underneath there, I'm putting on some heat resistant paint onto the back of the engine. And this stuff's really, really good. Got it just there, and I'll keep layering that up. And it's turned out really well, you guys, look at that. My bumblebee wheels. Yeah, and I said in a previous video that I might do a white all the way around the rim, but no, we're not going to. And I've just left on the masking tape for now so I can lacquer it, and then we'll get a right good look at it. That's drying. The white has dried altogether, as you can see, and I think we made the right decision. I really do. That panel will go up a little higher and expose just a little bit more of that. And obviously, look, you can see that just there, look, that bar, or that rail. And down in here, you guys, down in the back of the engine, you're not really going to see it, put in the heat resistant paint. That's all painted in there. So basically, guys, next stage is getting the green done. You know, just up over the top to about there, to there. That's it. Oh, sorry, you guys, my camera work. Up there to there, okay, and back down again. And we'll leave that for the front end when we twist the bike around. But hopefully, guys, what this video is now going to be is reassembling the back end of the bike with all the new parts, you know, and it should look absolutely awesome. I mean, really, look at that. And the bumblebee wheels. Yeah, so hopefully you're starting to see it all fit together. It looks much more impressive when the bike's put back, you know, with the tank on and stuff like that. It should look really, really good. That's these guys lacquered up now, you guys. Look at this, eh? That's about 3 coats on the swing arm, easy, on the hub there, the fitting for the caliper, and now we've got up, finally, we've got lacquer on this back wheel. I've been wanting to get lacquer on this back wheel for I don't know how long, but this is the stage we're getting at now for this rear end sort of reassembly. But as you'll see, you guys, look at this, we're looking really, really good. I'm basically trying to get to the stage today where we can have this whole bit lacquered up tonight to harden and dry, you know, and the bits I just showed you, we'll start putting them back on the bike. This needs cleaned up, obviously, get it back on, clean up the wires. I've got a little bit of overspray here and there on the wires, so clean them back up again as well, and just get the whole back end fitted on again. And that means we can then turn the bike around, which I'm really looking forward to doing. But basically, guys, what we're going to do is take the green up to maybe just this part here for now, you know, before we turn the bike around. I'll lacquer it up to about here, because, you know, if you've got lacquer on, you put paint on, it doesn't like it, you know, so I'm just going to lacquer it up to maybe about this point here, all the way back along the back of the bike, and leave it to harden and dry overnight. That means the wheel, swing arm and all that bits and pieces will be ready to go back on as well. I'll tell you guys, just have to go for it. I cleaned out a couple of drawers in here, is that the right one? You know, for all the bits of the bike itself, you know. They're all in their poly bags. All in their poly bags. Need a new air filter, it just looks terrible. Yeah, it's all the bits in there that we'll get to you just shortly. But hopefully you're seeing it beginning to come together, you guys. So if we can have the sort of back end of this bike fully constructed again, I think that'll be a great sort of end to this video. And I think then you guys, hopefully I'll see it, you'll see it, you know, what this finished result's going to kind of be. I think it's going to look great, guys. I'm really quite impressed. I'm still not hugely sure about the white. And look at this, me with the overspray. Man alive, it's a stupid mistake. Anyway, but yeah, so I mean basically with the engine totally covered as well. The engine's going to go gloss black on the end, you see. So I'm not too fussed about overspray getting on there for the minute. You know, but this is the hard way of doing it, you guys, having the engine in. But like I said, guys, you know, with the surgery and recovery, I'm still just not strong enough to lump that engine out. We're on lockdown, so I can't get someone to help, and wouldn't really quite have the equipment for it either, you know. But we'll do it, you guys. It's just a lot harder, a lot more difficult and tricky, but we'll just keep at it. And I'll just come back and forth between jobs, you guys. You know something, I'm not even sure if you'd probably see this on the action camera, but I'm starting to feel that silver is a little bit too shiny. You know, just with the yellow and black, I don't want the swing arm really standing out as such, you know. I want the wheel standing out. And I've got a feeling that Mercedes silver is just a little bit too shiny, but I'm not going to know until we get on the bike. I'd have preferred it was just that little bit duller, you know, like a matte kind of, you know what I mean, just darkened down. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, so that's basically it now, you guys. Look at that. The idea is going to be, hopefully tonight, what I'm going to do is, well, not hopefully, I'm going to do it, is lacquer this whole part of the frame that we've done so far. And basically with the bits we just saw in the house there, you guys, we're pretty much ready to reassemble the back end. I think, you know, this strengthening bar here we've got, you know, going up to the caliper, I'm going to have to paint that, but I'll do that when I'm doing all the black at the same time. So obviously when we come to do the front wheel, I've got black, and we'll just do it then with all the other black bits and pieces. So there we go, you guys, we're back to it now, and as you can see we've got the white done now, and we've got the green on the frame, just only so far up, not quite to the steering just yet. But this is for the end of the video, you guys. We're going to reconstruct this back end, which actually won't take all that long as such, I don't think, but we'll put it all back together and see what it looks like. So that's basically the lacquer now, you guys, and that's kind of all ready to go. And as you can see, we're looking pretty good. Now we do my little trick, as you'll just see there, little bits of white electrical tape. And the reason I use that, you guys, is that, yeah, you know, it's not 100% like a paint job you get in a shop, you know. And of course, you know, when you put back on the metal washers and the screws and all that sort of stuff, it can, you know, cut into the lacquer, and then you've got a rust, you could have a rust spot, you know. So, very cost effective way of doing it, just a little bit of electrical tape, and that just gives you a little bit of a cushion between the metal and the metal, you know. So that should look pretty good, you guys. So let's get to it. I want to see what this baby looks like, let me tell you, after all this work. Right, so guys, slowly but surely dragging the wires back through. Look, just getting to try and get it all back into position. And of course I've already got my photos of the way it used to be. So, you know, if I get stuck I can have a little look at them. But I think by the looks of things, you guys, we have to put the swing arm back on first. Because I can't get this plastics on until that top part of the mount is in place. So I think it is the swing arm, which is really cool, so I wouldn't mind seeing what it looks like. I'll film a lot more of what I'm doing in a minute, you guys. It's just trying to get some of these a little bit more difficult jobs done, you know. But look at that, there's the swing arm on, you guys. Now I know this white is going to be covered mostly by the plastics, but I'm beginning to regret having it white. I'm not sure. I think once everything's on, it should look okay. Should look really good, but in hindsight I might have done the frame all green. We'll wait and see. It might look absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so when you're putting the bike back together, you guys, it's always good to have like a cloth or something like that. You know, when you're tightening these bolts up, it is so easy to catch bits of the frame and stuff like that, you know, so it's always a really good thing to do. I think once I've tightened this bolt up, we can move on to the next bit. Yeah, this is the back plastic back in there just now, you guys, as you can see. And it's starting to come together now. I'm just wiring up the ECU and the fuse box. Just want to get all these wires placed, and then we can, you know, tape them all up, make them look really good, and tie strap them to the frame. Everything's kind of got to be done in order, and it's a bit of a boring bit doing this wiring, you guys, but I'll pop us into the tripod shortly, yeah? Yeah, the white doesn't look too much now, you guys. You know, I've just popped on that side panel there with the wheel. I don't think it looks all that bad. In hindsight, I think I might have just went for a green, you know what I mean? But hey ho, it's still going to look really good. It's still going to look excellent. And I think again, yeah, once the black seats on it tones it down, and the green tank engine painted black, and it'll all tone down the way that I want it to tone, you know? You're certainly looking really good, you guys. Look at this. Yeah, and with this, you guys, you've really got to take your time. It's a bit like surgery, because it's easy to scratch the frame at this stage. You know, you can protect the frame with a cloth or something like that, but it's very easy just to start making a mess of the job that you've done. But once that's all cleaned up, look, there's the ECU back and the light fuse box has got to go back on there. And of course, a lot of cleaning to do now as well. You know, so it's not all just mechanical or electrical. You know, there's a lot of aesthetics to do. But I won't buff and polish the bike until it's complete. Put a few skins of wax on it and stuff, and it should look really good. You know. But yeah, so I think that's the swing arm back on again. That's all the wiring back through. I'm gonna have to pop the battery in, you guys. You know, we'll just check to see if the wiring's still all okay. You know, back to the indicators and the back light, and just make sure the brake light's working, and you know, all that sort of stuff. You know. Yeah, so right, guys. Before we really start lashing anything down, as it were, we need to check out the lights. If I go like that, I've just hooked up the battery for a minute. We seem to be absolutely fine with that. Don't know if the brake light's working yet though, that's the next question. But indicators, let's see. Left hand indicator. My goodness me, it's a miracle. It works. So the next question is, you guys, see if I can do this in the camera properly, is does the brake light work? And to me, I'd say no, because a wires just came off. And we'll try again. Yeah, baby. So obviously when I press the brake on my foot, that's what we're going to get. Right, so guys, I feel fairly safe now to start getting all these wires back where they should be, you know. With this battery tray, for example, I'm just trying to get the wires up past so that it'll come up. But it's not playing ball. Not playing ball at all, for some reason. It's maybe because that needs to be on the outside. Oh. Come on, where's there it goes. Start getting this baby piece back together now. Yeah, you see, now that we've really got got the lights and indicators working now, which is awesome. That means I can put all that back together. Have a little quick listen to the bike, let's see. Battery needs recharge, but it'll start once the petrol tank's on with the petrol, I would hope. But we'll just stick to the back end today, you guys. I think we will. Right, so we'll just pop this panel back on quick, you guys. I just want to find out if this wiring's going to be okay. It should be. Yeah, it looks like it. Just trying to make sure the path's right, you know. And it seems to be fine. Seems to be absolutely fine, actually. So here goes the question. See, this is the backlight cluster, obviously, and you know, it's just a little bit. I mean, I probably could clean it up, but do you paint that bit? Don't know. I'm going to put it on the bike, see what it looks like. Coming together, people. There we are. So put that on. This now needs to be bolted up inside, and then I'm going to have to clean this cluster up, I think, to get him back on. I think he sits on there, doesn't he? Quite high up. Number plate goes on there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it there, you guys. We're going to soon find out, there's no question. Yeah, I think that's all going to clean up, you guys, you know. I think that'll clean up really nice. I don't have much of a concern about that at all, really. I think I'll look really good at that. Yes, of course, you know, with the black, with the new paint and stuff, you know, it'll look absolutely awful if I don't do it right. No, I think we're fine. We're fine. And what we'll do, guys, is this used to have black tie straps on here. I'm just going to put on white, just to keep them secure. I don't think it actually even needs to go in there. It comes up and round there, and then up and over. Go that way. See, that's why you need the photographs, people. That's why you need the photos. Check that in a minute, but for now, we get another tie strap on here. Whoa. Needs a good clean already, you guys. You know that? Yeah, put it there. I think we'll do it's awkward, but I think we'll just put another one just in through there. Just either side of that little part of the frame, just to keep it in place. Yeah, it's all this masking up was well worth it, you guys. Definitely. There's a couple of bits of overspray that I'm going to have to go at, and, you know, just to sort of really finish it off. But for now, we'll just get cracking. I'll get that off in just a minute. Let's just pop straight back on there. That's for the seat. That's the seat lock. So we need that bit, this bit, and up at the back, and that'll be the seat lock back on. Looking really, really good. And like I said, guys, I'll need to give it a really good clean as well, all over again. But hey, that's all part of it. At the minute, I just want to get the bike back together again, this back end back together again. Of course, I've just got a couple of greasy spots here and there. How are we looking, you guys? Looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, another tie strap on there. That's ready to take the plastics in the tank. That's going to be the next job. But yeah, guys, you know, I've put in the battery, I've kind of put things in place. I haven't tightened up all the bolts yet. Just want to make sure everything fits first. And then, you know, you get everything nipped up and tightened up and cleaned and stuff like that, you know. But at the minute, I just want to make sure the lights are all working, brake lights. And it seems to be everything's just fine and dandy. Starting to come together now, you guys. I've just put this back on. Still got the bolts to clean. That's got to be repainted, that black handle grip. I've also just put on a set of the back pegs as well. Just want to see how it all kind of looks and ties in. You're kind of finding with this, you know, when you're putting this all back together again, your best is having it all loose and then tightening everything up at the end. But guys, that is looking pretty. Still going to wait to see the sort of verdict with this white part, you know what I mean? But I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Right, guys, time for a seat and a look. What I've done is, you guys, you know, even see the handle for the passenger up on there, the exhaust and whatnot. I haven't put them on properly yet. They're just on there because I'm just wanting to take a really good look at the bike, you guys. Put on that chrome cover beside the airbox as well, which looks quite nice. Need to put on a couple of bits as well. But I think, you guys, you know, I think we're really at that stage now where we're really looking good. All we're going to do is put back on the rear brake assembly, get all that done, tighten everything up, and we're pretty much there on the back end of the bike. But you know something, you guys, this is why I've sat down for a minute. I just feel with, like, so see that exhaust, the can more sort of brightly, it just seems a little bit too bright for the bike. You know, and I'm kind of half thinking about, well, you know, if it's only a can, is to get a shorter one, you know, a stubby can, just a little one like that, and it'll show off the rest of that wheel, you know, and that's what I really want to sort of have it as its look. And again, we need to get a black tyre hugger, so again, I'm still not sure exactly how that's going to look. I think it'll look pretty good. But yeah, I've just popped the seat. It's not actually even on, it's just sitting where it should be. Because I just want to take another really good look at this. And of course, once the engine's painted gloss black, I mean, it'll look awesome. You know, it really will look really good. But hopefully, guys, this is really starting to get to that stage now where we're getting the idea, you know, that we're just about getting there. And there's a couple of bits, you know, where I've painted and done bits and pieces I'm not 100% happy about, but this is a DIY job, you guys, you know. I'd love to have a spray booth and all the equipment, you know, but That's why this is just a little bit harder. But as you can see, I think you guys, the bumblebee wheels have really set it off. You know what I mean? And with the whole bike, you know, and that lovely looking back end. Once it's on the ground, we'll get an even better sort of picture, you know, because that'll drop a little bit, you know, once the back wheel's on the ground. I'm still not a huge fan of that white bit, you guys, but, you know, with the rest of the bike it should look really good. I'm sort of half thinking now it really should have just been green. You know, we should just have the whole frame green, I think. And then when we put the back bit on, that would have darkened it down. But I think the bike's beginning to darken down again now, you know, now that we've got the tank on, the black seat, the side panel, you know, once that engine's all done, it is darkening everything down. I don't want it too crazy, you know. I want it to be fairly subtle, but, you know, you can really see it. And again, I think you guys, you know, the white stripe down the back wheel, you know, now that the bike looks like this, nah. You know, I just think it'd be way too much. It'd be way, way too much. Yeah, guys, because, you know, even putting back the disc back on, you know, the back brake disc, it's going to give it more silver, you know, it's going to make it even brighter. So again, guys, I think we need to tone down the front end of the bike just to let maybe this end of the bike to stand out a bit, you know. But yeah, you know, a stubby exhaust would be just perfect, you guys. Then you'd have the tyre hugger. Maybe we'll get the tyre hugger on first, and then we'll know where to cut the exhaust, and we can re-rivet the end part of the pipe on, and that'll really, you know, give us even more of the wheel, I think, you know. Absolutely fantastic, you guys. It's a lot better than I first thought, you know. And maybe we do many more bikes like it, you guys. This whole muscle bikes, they're absolutely fantastic to work on, I have to say. Yeah, so I was giving this exhaust part a bit of a rub and all that, you know, but I think if we make it into a stubby can, and then we'll get heat resistant, you know, primer and paint and lacquer, maybe, I don't know, even a sticker, or the proper exhaust stickers might be okay. But as you can see, guys, you know, we really are coming together now. I'm going to do all these little bits and pieces, you know, they're just a little bit time consuming, but, you know, that'll get it all done. And hopefully, guys, that'll be the majority of the back end just done, you know, just ready to go. And again, we're not going to give it a buff up or a polish or anything just yet. As I found with some of the paint on the you know, the metal, the frame and stuff, it's still just that little bit, you know, easy to scratch. So I think we'll maybe just hold off for the next video, because there is stuff that needs to be done in the house, I must say. But guys, I think this is going to look absolutely fantastic. And of course, this is the primary bike we use for motorbike vlogs, so this baby getting photographed at the different places we go will look really, really nice, you know. And hopefully the addition to our little collection as time goes on will be the Kawasaki H2. That's what I'm really looking for. Get a modern bike, you know, maybe retire the Bandit at the end of this year, I don't know. You know, I'll never sell it. Never sell it. It's just too good a bike. I've got to paint that black arm right there for the back caliper. We have got the front mudguard to do green. Obviously we've got the front wheel to do the same as that, so they obviously both match up. Paint the forks. Let's see, paint the rest of the frame, paint the rest of the engine. We've got a new front light. And obviously we need to get this belly pan I keep talking about. And of course, like I said, you know, I was thinking about green for the belly pan. I think sort of the yellow, you know, that just keeps it in the flow of the bike. Like that, you know. And that should look really good. And I think the stickers that we'll go for example, in the tank will be a really bright white Suzuki, just like that. You know, that should look really good. And we'll get a tank protector, a nice black one, so you just can't really quite see it. Right, so guys, it's for me to go and tidy up and get this video sorted out for YouTube, but listen, I want to thank you so much for watching this project. It has been prolonged just due to my Saturday recovery, you know, in the Easter holidays, and of course now we've got the lockdown as well, you know, it's a little bit more difficult, but I really have hammered into this past couple of weeks, you know, just to really get back to where I would have liked to have been, you know. And you know, now that we've got it all back on, this was the plan, you can start seeing what we're going to do now, you know. You know, the different parts that are going to look good will look black. I want to try and get this darkened down just a little bit more, which I think means cutting the can down, obviously getting the tyre hugger on and painting it black, you know, and I think that'll really take it down and look good. Other projects in the future, this is Cars, Bikes and Boats. There's our old mast of the boat, so I can't wait. Once I get this done, we'll hit that. And also we've got David's quad bike as well, that we're going to need to be doing. David and I want to quad bike for the summertime, because they're going to be doing vlogs in the woods, on their quads and on the beaches and stuff, so that should be awesome. awesome, you guys. But for now, guys, I just hope you're really enjoying the project and enjoying seeing the results so far. So God bless you and thank you so much for watching.